Hello. Hi. You have reached Tarot University and I am back. I am going to be doing Capricorn love reading this evening, and then I have Aquarius and Pisces still to do. I want to get Capricorns done tonight. And this is for the last part of September. This is for Capricorn Rising, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, and Capricorn Venus. Okay. So if you have any of those placements in your chart, this reading could very much resonate with you. If it doesn't, I suggest that you go and look at your moon sign, Venus sign, or your rising sign. It would help. It might give you some more accuracy. Okay, I've been shuffling for a long time, so I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm doing a 9-card spread that's got your energies and your partner's energies, okay? And I'll go through them. So the first card here is Capricorn, and then your partner, and then the two of you together. Okay. Okay. How have you been doing with your love? I know usually when I read for you guys, I get a lot of coins, and you know, it's usually about work and stuff like that. So I'm trying to see if there's any cups here. There is one card of cups. Okay. All right, let's get started. The first card here is Capricorn's energy, and it is the Six of Wands, but it's in reverse. So you're coming up as something that you went out and tried. You know, it could be in this particular person that you're thinking of, this person that you're in love with, this relationship that you tried. If it's a long-term relationship, this could be something recently where you failed at something, or you feel like you failed at something. That I can read this is that you feel like the relationship failed you. You know, because there's 3 people in every relation. Well, people. There's 3 energies in each relationship, right? There's the man or woman, and if it's same gender, it doesn't matter. There's 2 people, and then the third part of the relationship is the 2 of you together, the third piece. So it's how you interact when you're together, and then when you're apart doing your own thing out in the world, then you come together, and then you have the marriage is the third party. Okay, so it's you, your partner, and the marriage is the third party. That's how I was trying to describe it. Okay, so I feel that with this card in the reverse, that you feel like the marriage is failing you. Something's going on in the way maybe you're interacting with each other that's making you feel this way. So you're feeling like maybe it needs an adjustment or something's not right. You're coming up feeling like something is not working for you. Okay, I'm not sure how the other person's feelings are. There's a little lighter on their side. So let's look at their energy. Their energy is the Two of Swords. It's in reverse. So it's like the Two of Swords, as we know, is usually a decision that's been made, that's usually either been verbalized or decided maybe by one and acted out, and the other person is just kind of like, what's going on? You know, you realized, and both people know it. But it looks like there was a decision made by your partner, Capricorn, that they made a decision about something that whatever it is that I don't think that you agreed with. Okay, because I have between the two of you the Ace of Swords, which is in the reverse like that. It's kind of like communication is kind of halted in the two of you. Okay. So we're going to clarify these cards after a bit so it'll make a little bit more sense. Now, the energy for your desires, Capricorn, you have the Page of Swords. So this is wanting to deliver a message. This is wanting to, this is communication. Now, usually the Page of Swords can be immature communication, communication that's kind of insulting, belittling. It can be also spying on your partner, or they're spying on you, or both of you are doing it to each other. But yeah, the Page of Swords is a card of kind of like, you know, being angry at, talking bad about them behind their back. Okay, let's move on to your partner's energy. Now, your partner's energy is that of the Nine of Pentacles. So they're sitting there, you know, their energy is that of happiness and feeling good, right? They're feeling and acting maybe like they're free or single. If you're in a commitment, maybe this fallout of not talking to each other is making them feel like they're kind of single or kind of like free a little bit. But there, it looks, it's a happy card. It's a person that, you know, is doing well and happy, as predicted, you know, told by the low colored sun all around it. Happiness, right? Okay, so let's look at your blocks, Capricorn. The block for you is the Hermit. Okay, so you're not able to see clearly right now inside of yourself, or you're not able to see clearly what's happening, what's causing the problem. You're not able to go in and reflect properly. It's like you are preoccupied or something. Although this is the Hermit card and it's showing that you're going within, it's in the block position. So, you know, you're going within, you're off to yourself thinking. But I think you're kind of like in the thinking, but your thinking is not that of constructive thinking where you're trying to solve a problem, maybe more or less blaming and you know, not understanding the whole picture, or being able to see the whole picture because you're not able to go within, if that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so let's look at their block. Now their block is, they have a Chariot in the, so they're not able to move on from this standoff. It seems like you guys are in some kind of a standoff, is what I'm getting. Like, you know, you're kind of like, your relationship is kind of like on hold. You know, you're not talking. It shows you here, Capricorn, kind of like maybe off talking to people, whatnot, and not a very good light of maybe your partner. Maybe it is your partner's fault and your partner is causing all of this and you're venting, you know. But I am seeing that in your block position that, or in your partner's block position, that they're not able to get past or see past this situation. So they're kind of holding on to it. Even though they're happy, they're still kind of like, they're happy, but they're kind of like when they're, you know, when they think of you or think of the relationship, it's kind of like they can't let go of whatever issue it is that the two of you have had. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the outcome for you, Capricorn, is the Six of Swords. So, you know, it shows you moving away from toxicity. It shows you moving on, away maybe from, you know, I don't want to say away from this person, but it could be that you are the one that moves on from the situation where you guys are stuck. You're the one that pulls both of you through it, and you're able to get past the verbal hurts or whatever was done, and you're able to move the relationship. Okay, the other way to look at that would be that you're actually moving away from the relationship. So there's two ways of looking at that. Okay, so whatever resonates for you, you'll know which one fits. Okay, so their outcome, you know, they have a really good outcome. Their outcome is they're supported by their friends and their family. And they're feeling, you know, close to their family. They're feeling warmth of the security of support of their family. That is their outcome. Happiness, you know. So, let's do clarifications now to see what's going on. That's the beauty of the clarification cards, is because it takes you deeper in. Just because a card can look good, once you do the clarifications, it gives you a little bit more of a clear answer on what is really going on, right? So we're going to do this clarification on your energy, Capricorn. There's Six of Wands in reverse. We'll start out with that. So what's going on with Capricorn's Six of Wands in reverse? Why do they have the Six of Wands in reverse? Six of Wands in reverse. Capricorn. Okay, let's see what's going on with this. Why is this in reverse here? Okay, so like I said, you were feeling, or you are feeling, like something that you wanted in this, from this relationship, or something that your partner made a decision on in the relationship wasn't up to what you agreed with. And it made you unhappy with the relationship, okay? Whatever that was, whatever decision that was, made you guys stop talking to each other. So I see you here with the Three of Wands in the reverse. You know, you're not... it's like you're not waiting for... this other person to make things right for some reason. You're just, maybe that's their habit or whatever. It's like they're not going to come to you and make up. You're going to have to go to them, is what I'm getting. Maybe that's just the way, the routine of it, the way things have always been, that they hold off longer than you. I am seeing the Five of Cups in the reverse, that you are dropping, like you have no regrets. You're dropping the regrets over the situation. Although you're holding back your real true feelings. So it's almost like you're wearing a little bit of a mask, Capricorn, that you were able to, you know, make it look like everything's okay. I'm not holding any grudge, you know, but, you know, you are a little bit. Okay, you're holding back your true feelings for the sake of the relationship, which makes sense, right? I mean, okay. All right, so let's see what your partner, this decision, they made a decision. What's their energy in this? Some kind of decision they made. I don't know, communication with you for something that happened. Um, so your partner has the Two of Swords in the reverse. They got the Ten of Cups, right? Happy life. But they got the Lovers in the reverse. So there's not a lot of love going on between the two of you. That's what I'm getting. Okay. And it is making them feel like they are lonely. They feel lonely. The partner felt lonely, or is feeling lonely in this relationship. Okay. I don't know if they stopped this communication with you, if they're the ones that started it, or if it was you, Capricorn, because I am getting with both of your energies the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So it's like, you know, communication completely shut down. The Lovers in reverse shows trouble in love. Shows that this love union is in trouble right now, anyway. And it's showing that, you know, this could potentially be them walking away, showing them walking away here from this relationship. Maybe they left to go. I mean, I am getting that you're leaving. You know, it does show you leaving. I'm just wondering if maybe there was like somebody that moved out of the house even. Or together if one person moved out. I am getting a Tower moment here. But since I didn't use it for any particular card intention, I'm not going to be able to use it. Okay, because I was still talking when I pulled it. So let me get this all straightened out here. Okay, so now we are putting intention on the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Partner's intentions were the Ten of Cups. They wanted happy family with you. But then something happened with your love between you and them that there wasn't a lot of love being shown. And they felt lonely. They felt like they were out on the outskirts of this relationship. Okay. And it caused a shutdown of communication. So we're doing the Ace of Swords. Why is it in the reverse? Why is the Ace of Swords in reverse for Capricorn and their partner? Okay. All right, so I'm seeing that somebody plating on leaving. And I'm seeing that between the two of you, you both have a lot of options here with the cups. And I have the Empress here, okay? So, it, you know, I mean, it could mean that somebody was already planning on, contemplating on leaving this union, is what I'm getting, Capricorn. This is going to be for some Capricorns, I need to say that. If it doesn't resonate for you, then, like I said, go to your moon sign, your rising sign, or your Venus sign. This is going to hit for some people that are having trouble in their relationship right now. Okay. This person, whoever it is, I don't know which party it is, was contemplating on leaving this union. Okay. They felt like they had a lot of options, a lot of fun things to go do, things that weren't meant. They weren't that happy. I'm thinking it was you, Capricorn. They weren't that happy in the union. And, you know, they wanted to go, and the Empress here represents expansion of experiences, expansion of experiences in life. They wanted to go out in life, not be held down to the daily grind, like not going out and experiencing new things. And so they saw all this potential as growth for them to go out and experience life to the fullest, is what I'm getting, okay? So they felt like they were being, and you know, they probably, or you, Capricorn, you may have blown it up in your head a little bit. I'm through this right now. What I mean by blowing it up, I mean like the Seven of Cups can mean, you know, seeing that you do have options. Yes, right, you do have options. But a lot of times when we see those options, we think every single option is going to be like, oh, you know, it's going to be so great. Well, in reality, maybe there's only one cup out of the whole thing that may teach you something or may be exciting. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. So sometimes we look at something and, God, there's so much there. I've got to go check this out. There's just too much to leave behind. But when we get out there and check it out, there's really not that much in those cups. Okay, so that's what I'm getting, and it caused a complete shutdown of communication in this union. All right, and it made your partner feel, you know, lonely and isolated. It completely shut down the love. All right, so let's go on to, I have a little bit of a cold, so bear with me here. Let's go on to the Page of Swords and see, that is your desire, is the Page of Swords, which is kind of strange. Your desire is the Page of Swords. Why are you desiring? Okay, maybe to blame your partner for why you decided to go and chase down all this, you know, the Seven of Cups, all the different options. Maybe you felt guilty, so maybe the Page of Swords was your way out by saying that it was their fault, everything was their thing. I'm going to shuffle some more on these because I got lost on where I was at with that. Page of Swords. What's going on with the Page of Swords here? Why is that in Capricorn's desired position? Okay. Yeah, you wanted to go out and start something new. Okay. So embark on something new, Capricorn. You wanted to learn something new, go out. You know, this card is indicative of going back to a school or a trade or, you know, apprentice or something like that. Going and gaining skills to better yourself. So that could have been part of that Seven of Cups, you know, that you wanted to go do that. The Queen in your desired position. Okay, it's like somebody's not getting their way and someone's not happy. I'm going to say that maybe you were, your partner is a fire sign, maybe an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. And you also have the King of Swords here in the reverse. Not a lot of communication. Okay, so it looks to me like, you know, the two of you didn't really communicate very much about this whole situation that was going on. It doesn't look like you, Capricorn, communicated to them, to your partner, what you were really thinking about here. Because you're having the contemplation of leaving, right? And I don't think you really discussed, maybe not all of you anyway. And it just shows there's no communication about this whole situation. It's almost like you were like living in your own world with this dream of going out and doing something new and adventurous and fun. And, you know, it flipped them upside down, which is in your desired position here. So I'm not sure if I'm reading that correctly, but that there wasn't communication going between you. And that you were maybe spying on them, or you were talking bad about them. I think using that as an excuse to go do what you wanted to go do. And the Queen of Wands is, in the reverse, is like a desire. What I'm getting now is like a desire that you wanted to go do this and you weren't able to go do it unless you, problem to have an excuse to leave. Okay? That's what I'm getting. You caused the problem in a way by this magical thinking of, you know, going after this Seven of Cups. I don't want to say it's an illusion. Some of it was, or is, because this is happening now. That it all looks real. And so therefore you didn't even want to, mum's the word, you didn't even want to say a word about it. Okay, so enough on that. I'm not going to belabor that. Let's move on to their desire over here. And their desire is the Nine of Pentacles. You know, this may have been a breakup. People that were living together and broke up because you know, like the Nine of Pentacles is the single person card. And this is in your partner's desired position. Maybe to be single. Because they were feeling like they didn't have a relationship. They were feeling like there was no love. Where's the love? I'm alone anyway. You know, my wish is to be single because I feel single, right? Okay. I'm not trying to irritate you, Capricorn, in any way, shape, or form. I'm just reading the cards. Okay, so why is the Nine of Pentacles in the desired position for Capricorn's partner? Okay, so I have, you know, there was no work being put into the relationship by either of you, really. Because there was no communication going on. You know, everything that your partner tried to do, it just seemed to fall flat. It seemed to not work. Nothing was being balanced. Balance was tried for a while and then too exhausting. This person has a King of Wands. They have a lot of passion and a lot of desire to do other things in their life. They had a lot of interests and desires for this relationship, to do things in this relationship and with this relationship, but it wasn't working out. So they're looking at it, staring at this problem here, that there's no love and that they feel out in the cold. So I believe that their wish and desire to be single here is because they tried and it's just too exhausting and nothing was happening, nothing was getting any better, right? Okay, so let's see what your block is here, Capricorn. You have the Hermit as your block. Okay, the Hermit is your block. And you have the Hermit as a block because you have the Hermit as a block because you really don't want to go down in, and you're really not sincere about going down in and looking at why you want to leave, because you know why you want to leave, and therefore I've got to say what's coming to me. You're pretending that you're real serious about this whole thing, this matter, and this ending of this relationship when you're really not. So it's blocking you because you have to pretend like you're going down deep and feeling bad about everything. You have to have the face like you're putting on a mask. There's people that don't agree with what you're doing. So you feel like you have to defend yourself. So you're walking around with looking sad, and you're walking around looking like it's the worst thing that ever happened. When in reality, I believe this is only going to hit for a very small Capricorns I know. When you really wanted to press on anyway, okay? This is like, get out of, instead of defend yourself, I almost feel like this is like, get out of my way, I'm moving anyway, I don't care what you people say, like a type of thing. I know exactly what I want, is what you'd like to say, right? I know exactly what I want, just get out of the way. Tired of playing the charades. I know what I want. And if I'm hurting a cross watcher that's in love with this Capricorn, I apologize, because I'm only going to go for a few Capricorns that this is going to touch on. So if it feels a little bit similar to your case, it may not be all the way true for your case, okay? Not everyone wears a mask. Some people do. Okay, so then the other cards I got was, you're not fighting to stay. You're not fighting with these people that are trying to get you to stay. You're like, okay, whatever, say all you want. I'm not gonna interact with you. I'm not gonna try to defend myself to you verbally. You guys can, or physically or verbally or whatever they're doing there. You guys can do that yourselves. Well, I have got this dream to go chase, right? So then we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, showing that you stopped working on this relationship. You don't want to work on it anymore. Okay, and this is your block, is the Hermit was in your block because you had all these people that didn't think that it was the right thing that you were doing, plus you felt guilty, I'm getting. So that was your defense mechanism. But it felt like a block to you. You had to get through that. You had to walk through that. When you would have just rather veered right or veered left and just going through all the walking, through all the muck. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the block for your partner is this, the Chariot in reverse. Chariot in reverse for your partner. What is a Chariot in reverse for your partner? Nose is starting to run. The kids were having a little bit of a cold. I'm just now starting to get it. Chariot in reverse. I have the Ten of Pentacles, the Moon card, and the Hangman. Okay, so your partner is, they're being, the Chariot in reverse is that they can't move forward. They can't from this relationship so easy. It's like a block to have to walk away. It's going to mess with their money. The Ten of Pentacles. It's going to mess with their happiness, their happy life. Ten of Pentacles is like a happy life. You have everything that you need. And they're feeling pretty sad about it. They've got remorse. So they're kind of hung up. They're hung up on the situation still. You could be going through this now, some of you Capricorns. And let's do the outcome. The outcome is on your side, Capricorn, you leaving toxicity, or that's what they say when there's swords there, and the swords represent like negative thinking. So you're kind of leaving that behind. You don't want to think about it anymore. So you want to get away. You want to move on to go see what the Seven of Cups, all these options that you have open to you. You want to move on to go see what that's all about. You want to go live life, get away from all of this, and go live life. It has to offer you, right? Okay, so it's Okay, so you have that you're leaving, you left, or you're gonna leave, or some of you will. You're offering your cup, Page of Cup, or someone is to you, the options. It's either a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer person. They could be a little younger than you, that's what I'm getting. It's a page. And you're coming up with the Ten of Swords after you've left the situation. You're coming up with the Ten of Swords. You're coming up with feelings of somehow you're feeling like you were stabbed in the back and you are now coming out of that, like you're getting over some kind of betrayal. You betrayed yourself, that's what I got. I think you betrayed yourself. And then you have the Ace of Wands. You're not as passionate about the idea that you were before. So, so that's what I'm getting there. Let's look at their outcome. Now, their outcome is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups. So why does Capricorn's partner coming up with the Six of Cups for their outcome? You know, I just got that this person here that's a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer may have been the person that you feel betrayed you. That just came up now from Spirit, okay? Like maybe they lured you out with love, with, you know, offering you love. You're betrayed by them. Okay, so now let's go back to your partner with the Six of Cups over here, happy with the kids and the family. This could be either gender. There. Okay, so this wasn't their dream idea, I'll tell you that. They're not happy. As far as, I mean, they are with the kids and being around family and stuff, but it wasn't their dream idea of a family and of the way things were going to work out. That wasn't what they wanted. This person could have Aquarius, your partner could be Aquarius, and then I've got cups here for these two cards, Pisces, Scorpio, and this person that that you left or that this relationship fell apart with is in very deep contemplation. You know, usually when the card is straight way up like this, they like to go in and analyze their feelings. It's almost like they process their feelings as they go on day to day in life so that they don't build up, which is healthy. But when it's in the reverse, it's like all they can do is just survive and get through day to day. They're not even able to process the feelings. Okay, and they're having a hard time. They want to manifest, and they will manifest eventually in the future. Okay, because it's in the upright. So they're probably already thinking of things that they want to manifest, but they're not able to, you know, they're kind of a bit there of depression, I would say, of maybe shock. I'm really surprised that you got the Ten of Swords on your side and that they didn't have it on their side. Okay, but you were the one that was contemplating this whole thing and not communicating, and they don't have the Ten of Swords on their side. They do have, you know, like showing signs of being unhappy with their dream didn't. They do have the moon sign here, so of depression and holding back. But you feel betrayed by somebody that promised you love, and then I don't think that is working out at this moment for you, or will work out for you. And then you're going to lose passion for that person. Okay? I mean, this is like a dreary reading. But thank God it's only for a few of you out there. I know it's not for a lot of Capricorns. So anyway, so at least we know, you know, what's going on with some of you out there. Maybe you can, you know, not do this if you're hearing this now and you haven't left yet. Maybe you can reanalyze things and see if that's still what you want to do. That's my hopes, you know, if I can help somebody. Well, that was your reading, Capricorn, and thank you for listening. And please like, share, and subscribe. I always forget that last one. Please like, share, and subscribe if you will. And I thank you very much for listening. Thanks. Bye-bye.